friends, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another video. Today I want to show you my workspace, so we're going to go through my desk, all of the drawers, shelves, everything like that. I'm going to show you everything that I have here, where I mainly work from. This is not the only place where I store my stuff. I also have a shelf in a linen cupboard where I store all of my things that I don't necessarily use very often, all of my like future project blanks and upcycling pieces that I'm not currently working on. Things like heat gun, there's like embossing powders and things that I don't necessarily use, but I don't want to get rid of them. I also have like a photo setup in my bedroom which has a backdrop taped to the wall and then a table that I sit things on when I need to take pictures. And then all of the finished pieces that I'm not keeping for myself, they go on top of the wardrobe in my bedroom because it's like one of the only places in my flat that is definitely 100% safe from everybody, including the toddler and the two cats. Without me rambling on for too long, let's get into it. I don't know how this is gonna go. I haven't planned it out. I don't know which way we're gonna go about it, but we'll see. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing where I work from and how I keep my things set up, then keep on watching. Just a quick disclaimer, I literally just cleaned my desk, so when you watch this video, please keep in mind that my desk does not look so neat and tidy like all the time at all. It only looks this tidy just after I cleaned it up and before I started working on it. So most of the time there's just stuff everywhere, and also whenever I'm filming overhead videos, I have this really ugly overhead rig that I built out of PVC pipes like 3 years ago that kind of sits on top of my desk. So I basically have PVC pipes on top of my desk most of the time. So just keep that in mind when you're watching this video, because I know that I've already had that comment made before from my live streams. You know who you are. That my desk looks neat and tidy, and I can promise you that it does not. And also, well, one of the reasons why my desk will be kind of relatively tidy most of the time is because I have a toddler. I don't have a craft room, so this is just my corner in my living room. And also because it is my living room, I have to consider the fact that there's also other people that live in this house. So yeah, so just keep that in mind. If I didn't have a toddler and had my own craft room, things would be completely different. Anyways, let's get into it. So I think we're gonna start over here. So this is my desk. This is what it looks like when you walk into the living room. Just for some more context, this is the rest of the living room. Say hello to Chester hanging out of his bed. So we walk over to my desk, and I'm just gonna kind of pan you over. So I have this brand new desk that I got like 2 months ago, I want to say. I'm actually starting to enjoy it now that I'm used to it. So for anybody that's wondering, this is an Ikea desk. So I have 2 Alex drawers and a Linden, something like that, on top. So then we come over here, and then I have my amazing shelf, which again I painted myself. There is a video on my channel, one of my first videos actually, if you haven't seen it and you want to know how I painted it and all of that. And then over here I have these 2 floating shelves and then another drawer. So that's kind of the main setup. So I think we're gonna look at this unit first. I'm gonna talk you through kind of what I have and where I keep things, and then we're gonna go over to the shelves, and then we're gonna go through the drawers. Oh, and there's also stuff under the table as well. Right, so starting from the bottom left corner, I have these 2 little cubbies. This one holds my glues. Then this one over here, I try to keep it for like my random things, random paints that I have mixed up that I'm kind of halfway through using, and things like that. Then these 2 middle shelves, again, more paint, chalk paint wax. Then I have my business cards that I like to put in whenever somebody buys something from my shop. And then I also have my stamp and ink pad in here. So these are kind of the things that I use for my shop mainly. On this top shelf I have this little organizer thing that just holds random bits and random bits of ribbons, some needles, just random bits and bobs that I don't really know where else to put. Then over here I have my little birdie paints because I have nowhere else to put them. Project that I'm currently working on. My polyvine varnishes, and then down here I have my PVA glue, heavy gel medium, gesso, crackle varnish, metallic paints, kind of random mediums over here. And then down in this cubby I have some varnish and my difficult surface primer, last bit of toilet roll, and of course my brushes in this little glass jar, which again I have a tutorial for in case if you haven't seen it. So I'm just gonna talk you through this top shelf. So here I have like a little crate that again holds random bits in it. So I have some cutting blades in there, scalpels, things like that. This little tin is what I usually sit my laptop on when I'm live streaming. And inside of it I have like little plywood wooden blanks, some paints. So this one, it literally holds my collection of random acrylic paints, and then these two plates I currently have here also hold some mixes of paint that I am using for projects that I'm currently working on. And then on top there I have a picture of my little family. So then walking over this way I have my Star of Eclectic wall that I'm planning to eventually have. So I have a picture of me and my dad. My dad passed away like almost 8 years ago now, so I just like to keep it there. And then a little heart that I made, my sign of course with my brand name, another little heart decoration, and down there is where I keep my cutting mat, my light that I use for everything, and then I also have my cleaner there, cleaning spray, trying to keep the table nice and clean for as long as I can. Right, then we walk over to these two floating shelves. They're a bit random, a bit of a mess, but here we go. So I have my light, my pre-made transfer, the only transfer in my collection so far because they are hella expensive. Some random bits of stationery and more paints, some brushes, scissors, things like that, more brushes, barbecue sticks, because you know every craft needs barbecue sticks, some raffia, just keep it in there, and another plate that, as you can see, I like to use plates for mixing paint and stuff. Then my calendar, it's the 1st of April today, so there's nothing on the calendar yet. I'm gonna go through it today. I am trying to be better at actually using the calendar and writing things down, but whenever I write things down for like video ideas, you know, I'll say on this day I'm doing this video, on that day I'm doing this video. It never works out that way. I'm lucky if I get the actual videos that I've written out throughout the month actually done within that month. But usually I get excited about something else and do that instead. Next shelf I have, again, 2 more projects that I'm currently working on. More pens, brushes, and then I have this little cubby here, and it kind of holds more of my mediums that I work with. So I have crackle glaze, transfer medium, waxes, liquid pearls, more crackle medium, powders and things like that, and I like to keep them here. During the summer I will probably move it back out here, but because as you can see I have this giant radiator right next to it and right underneath it, I try and move it away from the radiator because when it's on it gets really warm, and obviously it's not very good for the mediums to be exposed to heat. And then also down there at the back I have some more dangerous things like nail polish remover, methylated spirit, some spray varnish and stuff over there, so I like to keep them over there because the child can't get there. Right, so that is the top part done. So now we're gonna just gonna quickly show you here underneath. Under my desk I have my water bottle. I like to keep it topped up as much as I can because I always forget to bring water with me whenever I start working. This is a good solution for me to to have water on hand. So here I have my glue gun, my hair dryer over there, which I will sometimes borrow to actually dry my hair, and then in that basket over there I keep all of my cloths and stuff that I use to clean the table. In this little thing here I keep all of my random bits of ribbon. Not all of them are on reels, so It's a bit of a mess and I don't want to open it because it's just gonna jump at me. So here's a question for all of you guys. If you have a good solution for how I could organize this big mess, then please let me know in the comments, other than hang it up somewhere, because I can't do that. I don't have the wall space for that. And then in this box here I keep all of my napkins in there, and they're literally just kind of sitting there. I really need a better solution for napkin storage, but one of those things that that is just not a priority. And then this corner here is another crate filled with random things, filler paste, sticky tape, random cotton buds and stuff like that that sometimes is needed. And then I have this little organizer here which holds most of my hardware, hinges, some random beads and just random bits and things that I really don't know where else to put. Right, so now I'm going to try and quickly speed walk you through the drawers that I have here. So we're going to start with the top one and we'll make our way down. So here I keep all of my molds and clay, things that I reach for quite often whenever I work with molds. Next one down we have my stencils and this cool folder that holds all of my rice papers, decoupage papers, printouts, things like that in here. Next one down has more decoupage papers, so I have my paper pads, my sheet music book, and then in this tin I have more paper pads. Really gonna have to speed through this because I'm running out of memory on my memory card and I don't want to have to deal with it right now. Then in this little tin I have my mold samples that I usually make whenever I get a new mold, soft pastels, paper that I use for printing, photo paper, things like that. And then in that folder over there I have a few stamps. I don't really have a lot of stamps, but the ones that I have, I keep them in there. And then down in this bottom one I have my gilding flakes, some extra clay that I stocked up on since you know, lockdown and all of that, and some other random bits. Now moving on to the second set of drawers. This is the top drawer is my junk drawer, so really random stuff. So I have battery chargers, stamps, more sticky tape, random glue dots, microphone, cream, old glasses, things that I don't know why I keep most of this stuff, but I feel like I have to, so I do. And here I have some things that keep me organized. So I have all of my postage receipts in here, my accounting book where I'm trying to keep track of what I earn and what I spend, and then just some random notebooks and things like that. Some of these which are really handy for napkin decoupage. So I'm running low on this, so I asked my partner to get another roll when he was out shopping. Then this one, very unattractive, some random craft paper. I don't know why it's in there. I really need to sort through these drawers. I haven't reorganized them since I got this desk in the first place, so it's about time for me to actually reorganize them all. And then I have some steel wool, random bits of sandpaper of all sorts of different grits. Here I keep all of my felt and all of my textiles that I use for when I do jewelry boxes, and also these paper flowers that I really want to use in a project, but I haven't done the right project yet. And then this last one, very boring, random bubble wrap that I kept from things that I've ordered before, tissue paper, things like that I use for posting things. So there you go guys, this is it. This is my desk. I haven't seen the footage yet, so hopefully everything came across absolutely fine and you were able to see everything and it wasn't too shaky. My first time doing this, so hopefully I'm interested to make maybe another one in like a year's time and see, just even for like my own records, you know, to see like how far I've come in a year's time, you know, in future. Something to look back on, because I'm sure over this year I'm probably going to acquire a lot more things and I'm gonna have to get creative and try and keep them all organized in my little space that I have. Let me know what you think to this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you found it interesting. I know I enjoy people's house tours, craft room tours, everything like that, because I'm a really nosy person. If I'm walking down the street at night and people don't have their curtains closed, I'm always like, I want to see inside your house. Not in a creepy way, I'm just really curious. I like seeing how other people live and how other people organize their things and keep their things. But yeah, anyway, so if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Serious question, if you have any good suggestions and tips for how I could organize my ribbon storage, then please do let me know, because I really need to go through it. I really need to sort it out, because every time I have to go in it, it's stressful. So let me know if you have any suggestions or tips. As always, links for all of my social media, all of that is going to be down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!